All right, let's take a look at Microsoft Teams meetings. So inside of Microsoft Teams, if we go to calendar, we have the ability to create a new meeting. Now there's a drop down next to it where it's the type of meeting. Do we want to do a webinar template, a town hall, virtual appointment, controlled content? By just scheduling a meeting, it just schedules a regular meeting. So let's go ahead and click on that, and we see the options that are available. We have the ability to add a title, required attendees, when the meeting starts and when it ends, or if it's a all-day meeting. Can it repeat? Do we want to add it to a channel? So by adding it to a channel, it allows the members of that channel to be able to join it also, and it'll save it to that channel. Location, well, it's an online meeting because it's a Teams meeting. We can give a description and an agenda from here as well. We can categorize it, make sure it shows as busy on people's calendars, manage the time zone, response options, and registration. We can also over here look at options such as who can bypass the lobby, record and transcribe automatically, which is important. If you have Copilot, you can do it automatically and then Copilot can analyze the meeting. And you have more options. And it opens up a window where you can check out the security of, again, library, admit from library or from lobby, audio visual. Do you want to allow the mics for the attendees? You can turn it off if you don't want them to speak. Camera, you can turn off their cameras as well. You can turn off the chat, have a Q&A session if you want, allow reactions, and an attendance report if you want to analyze who is attending it. You have roles, who can present, you can manage that, and recording and transcription. Again, if I say yes, now if you have Copilot, it allows you to say, do you want it during and after the meeting? It gives you other options there. All right, so you save those options, and now those are part of this meeting. As soon as I get it the way I want it, I hit save. And now, again, on my calendar, you see that my meeting shows up, right? And I have a join button. So if I want to join that meeting on my calendar, I just hit the join button. Now, there might be times when you need to just do an ad hoc meeting. I want to create a meeting real quick. I can just go up to Meet Now. So I can create a Meet Now meeting, get a link to share by email or text or however I want to do it, and then just start the meeting. And what it does is it just goes straight in there. It doesn't schedule it. It just starts a meeting. You name it. You have your options, whether you want your camera on or off, background filters, your sound. You can manage your audio, room audio, and then join. Now you can see once I'm in here, I have the ability to, again, copy that meeting link. I can add participants directly into this, or I can share it by way of email, or I can just exit out. And right now it's just a meeting, and right, it's just me. So inside here, we have the ability to chat. Up at the top, we see our menu at the top. So if I click on chat, it's going to open up the window on the right, and there's our chat. These chats are similar to the chat in our regular teams, but it's inside of this team. Same formatting options, conversation, sharing information, but it's just within the people within this meeting. People. Here I can see who's in the meeting, but I can also invite people as we go. So if I'm in a meeting and we decide we need to add somebody else, we can go to people and invite them. We can also see who's in the meeting. We can see if their mics are on, and we have the three dots next to the people. And by clicking on that, you can have some information. Spotlighting it for everyone makes this user show up for everyone in a spotlight, or hide me so I'm not seen. And then to get rid of it, you just hit X. Now I can raise hand. If I don't want to interrupt the meeting, but I do want to call attention to the presenter that I have something to say, I raise my hand. Oh, and now inside of people, we see that I have a hand raised. That lets me, the presenter, know that I need to come over here and ask this person about their question. To get rid of that, I just click it again on the raise, and now it's gone. I can have reactions that show up during the meeting. And I can also adjust my view. So there's a gallery view, there's a speaker view. So the person speaking is the main thing that's showing up. I have together mode. So if I have enough people in the meeting, and together mode will put a background and put everybody in there, such as like a classroom, to where it would look like everybody's sitting in seats. It'll take their camera and put them by a seat. Or a Socratic kind of element where people are sitting in a circle on stones. You can come up with together modes. A large gallery, again, is when you have a lot of people. You can have up to 49 different boxes with their information. And then focus on content allows me, if somebody's sharing, just to focus on that. Again, select max gallery size, prioritize video, and then there's more options, right? The gallery at the top, turn off incoming video, hide me, or make it full screen. I can add apps to my meeting as well. So by clicking on the add apps, it's going to open up what apps I can add to the meeting, like whiteboard or timer or just any kind of app that you can think of. It's probably in here. So you can add those apps if you need to use them within the meeting. You have the ability to toggle your camera on and off. Same for your microphone. I can mute it and make it live again. This is where I can share content that's on my computer. I also have the More button with 3 dots. When I click on that, it's going to give me the ability to record and transcribe, start a recording, start a transcription, meeting info, video effects and settings, audio settings. I can work with language and speech by showing live captions, and I can manage my settings, call health, accessibility, meeting options. Now, when your meeting is over, you have the ability to leave the meeting, but you'll notice there's a drop down. So if I click on that drop down, I can either leave the meeting, since I created it, and other people can still meet, or I can end the meeting entirely and it's closed for everybody. So it gives you that option. So in this case, I'm going to just end this meeting so that everybody in the meeting will be finished with the meeting. And again, it's asking me, I'll end it for everyone. Yes, end. And that is how you manage a meeting, by joining, creating, and just managing it inside there.